Hey everybody, it's a beautiful morning out here, day after the summer solstice. Hopefully, you guys had a great summer solstice. I certainly did. I wanted to, give you guys like a spiritual nugget this morning. Um, it's the birds are singing out here. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Um, get out here and get a little grounding before the day starts. But um, talking about like psychics and tarot readers 101. If you get on somebody's page and the only thing that they fixate on is other people, they stay in other people's business, they they're accusatory towards other people. They're always trying to keep you in this negative fear-based mindset. I would red flag that in your head mentally. Um, the goal is to present a piece of information as it's being presented to you from your spiritual guidance, to allow that person to make decisions, to help, possibly help that person make decisions. And it's their decisions to make, right? But uh if the only message that they can present to you is um you know so and so is a bad person, you need to stay away from so and so. Well, you can make up your own mind about so and so. Like, so there's people, floating around this app that I've actually helped a lot. One person in particular, I don't name names because I'm not petty like that, right? But you guys can read between the lines, I think. I've spent hundreds of dollars supporting small businesses with people over the last 6 months. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, you're glooming and dooming and you're doing black magic and you're doing all this stuff. I don't even know how to do that. Like, I'm pretty skilled on an intuitive psychic level, but I don't have to do that. I've got a pretty solid relationship with Creator. Um, I transmute energy. I'm not gonna do the return to sender. I stopped doing that. I actually, my spirit team showed me to just transmute the energy. It's better, right? I did, do the return to senders for a while there, and then I realized, okay, we're just giving them this energy back. Why can't we just use the energy? Because energy transfers. You can divert it somewhere, you can convert it. That's physics 101, right? And my spirit team showed me that, and they're like, okay, it's technically a gift when people lash out at you on a video, when they take stabs at you, when they take the time out of their day to gloom and doom their audience about you. It's a little weird and a bit petty, and it screams, get a hobby or get busy doing something else. Um, it screams that this person needs therapy for real. But I'm going to use the energy. You're taking the time out of the day to send me that good energy, to send me all that energy. I'm going to use it. I'm going to, convert it to positive, high vibrational energy. So all the person really is doing when they do that to you is, helping to boost you, right? If you know how to do that, right? There's several videos I've reposted on how to do that from other people on this app. I would go take a look at those. It's a critical skill that if you're doing anything, intuitive based, you really need to learn how to do that, right? Because you never know when people are going to lose their minds and their marbles and just totally lash out at you, after you've taken the time to support their small business and literally spent over $1,000 buying their products, helping them out. Um, and thought we were building a good friendship, and then all of a sudden they just lash out, and I think it's very strange. I don't understand it. I'm not a perfect person, and everybody's got their vices they deal with, but I don't do that to people. I don't need to. I pray and it happens, right? I've got a lot of unusual skills that even in the church world they find it uncomfortable, right? They did that to a lot of people on a biblical level in the past. Like, if you know your Bible history, there's several Bible characters that today would not fit in modern day society for sure. You know, um, that's not unusual for people who have a close relationship with the Creator to. Um, present themselves as peculiar or unusual or have odd skill sets that society may not understand or like, right? They didn't like Jesus either. They didn't like him. Like you put him in a modern day setting, they would have laughed him. They would have had him on the 6 o'clock news making fun of him, right? Um, so my thing is, stay in your lane, people. Like, get out of people's business. Get busy getting outside today. Get in nature. Get with Creator. Get your healing on. I know I've had to, right? I've done a lot of healing, as a matter of fact. People are like, well, this person's not healed. Well, heck, we've all got issues we deal with. But I went through over 2 years of trauma therapy with a real therapist. Like, that's real healing. And I've made some serious progress as a result of that. And I would highly recommend that if anybody is on here glooming and dooming and trolling their audience about everybody else on here but looking at themselves, that's a red flag that they need therapy and they need some help. Maybe, send some love healing vibes their way, but keep stepping, right? Use your discernment, guys. You have the ability to, discern me, look at my videos, and decide for yourself who you think I am. And if you don't like it, you can keep scrolling, right? I'm not gonna be sad, right? There's thousands of people on this app, and whoever is meant for me to reach, that video will reach, right? So don't buy into the gloom and doom train today, people. Get outside, get in nature, hug a tree, get your vibes right, but don't listen to that crap. It like if every time you tune into somebody's readout, um, brings you down mentally. Every readout, this person's watching your page or this person's, doing this. That's a paranoid mindset that I've worked really hard to get out of, right? And I don't want to go back into that, right? And I would encourage other people to vet the people. If every single readout you get on there and they're so angry, they're smacking their cards on the table like they're in a fist fight, that's a problem. If every readout that you listen to, oh, so and so's working magic on you and so's trolling your page and this person's spying on you, good. Use the energy, transmute it. Thank the person for giving you all that free publicity. Because if thank the person for giving you all that free publicity and transmute the energy. Thank you, universe. Thank you for all the energy. I'm gonna have a great week. Because I know how to do that. Watch the repost videos from the other people, right? Um, but yeah, I just wanted to, clear some things up because I know people will probably end up like looking at that crap and asking questions. But use your discernment, guys. Hope you have a good day. Yeah. So just stay tuned to, if I do go live, um, you know, you'll get the alert. But, I'm not going to stop my train for a bunch of BS like that, you know, and I hope you guys don't either. So be blessed.